Welcome, dear listeners. We have eerie tales ahead. You'll be lured into the realm of nightmares filled with fear and dread. We'll ease you in with laughs, but you mustn't be misled. Be wary, you've been warned. Don't listen before bed.
Hello there, everybody, and welcome to Don't Listen Before Bed. I'm Arrow.
Hi, I'm Ari.
We're back for another week with a terrifying tale to be told around the campfire. But before we get into that, how are you, Ari? Any crazy things happened to you in the last week, like scary things?
No, not really, actually. No, nothing
Nothing?
crazy per se, but...
Nothing tickled your butt when you were in the shower or massaged your hair while you were taking a poop?
Nope, none of that stuff, actually. And if that was the case... No, wait, that sounds like it may have happened.
Yeah.
Jeez. No,
Okay.
I was going to say, you just reminded me of something, but you know what? Now that I think about it, it doesn't sound too good. But let's go to you. You always, question me. How do you feel about your week? Have you had any crazy stuff?
Something crazy actually did happen. And I genuinely forgot to tell you about this until you asked me. 2 days ago, I was backing out of my driveway. As you know, I have a really, really long driveway.
Yep.
In my rear view camera, I saw like a dark shadow on the left side next to my mailbox.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, what the hell is that? At first, I thought it was just a child. I was like, probably just a kid.
Yeah.
And then I saw, as I got closer to it, because it happened very quickly, an arm and a leg poke out behind my car so that I would run it over. And I was like, oh my God, what's going on?
Are you serious?
Yeah, and then I stopped. And then this extremely large figure, the 6-foot gargantuan apostle from Berserk appears.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm about to die. Where did this monster come from? It was this like drunk and belligerent dude that had fallen asleep in front of my driveway.
No.
And then he started banging on my car. And do you know what he said? No, you're doing good, man. You're backing backing out. You're backing out straight.
Yeah, keep going. You're backing out.
Keep going. And I was like, Jesus, what is going on?
Yeah.
I pull out and I pull my window down, with my wife next to me being like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And I was like, what's going on, dude? How'd you get here? And he was like, oh, I was drunk and I fell asleep. And I was like, what?
Oh no.
It's 1 p.m. on a Tuesday. If it was like a Sunday, the Saturday night, it makes complete sense.
Yeah.
It was a random day. This
Yep.
guy just found himself in a random suburb. There's no bars. There's nothing next to us. And he was just like, yeah, I fell asleep here.
Dude.
And then I called the police.
Yeah. Okay.
I
That's so
called
sad,
the police.
man. Did you actually?
I
Really?
genuinely did. My
shit.
neighborhood is full of children, and they're constantly playing outside.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, look, man, there's kids around here. You're going to scare them if they see you sitting on the side of the footpath and you're like slurring your words. You're falling all over the place. You're in the middle of the road. You're going to scare them. And he was like, there's only one truth, and it's Jesus.
I love this.
Sorry, that was his response. So I was like, come on, man. Like, I can't
But
deal
this
with
is
you.
right in front of your house. Like, what if you now gave him a reason to harass you guys or like annoy you or, do something to your car,
I don't know, man. I'll unleash the Kuche Sake Ona on him. I don't know. What are you going to do?
Sometimes you're like, you know what? If it happens, I'll deal with it kind of thing.
I'll deal with it. But as long as... I think he's not going to come back. Honestly, he was pretty funny, to be honest. He was like, Jesus is the truth, and you're backing out straight out of your driveway, which I obviously knew I was.
Yeah.
But
he was so supportive and like, he was just trying to be nice, but he's also really terrifying to deal with.
He wasn't a vengeful spirit subtype.
Yeah. He was just a normal human.
But honestly, it
creepy one.
was quite scary. At night, we were like,
yeah.
What if he comes back? What if he's like, hey,
Exactly,
those guys clearly called the cops on me. It was definitely them, blah, blah, blah. But
You just
nothing's
reminded me of
happened
two
so far.
stories.
Go ahead.
So sorry to butt you off or cut you off.
What did you just do to me?
Butt you off? Is that what people say?
Dude, it sounds like you put your butt in my face when I was sleeping or something.
No, I can assure you.
The worst prank of sleepover
ain't
ever.
Nobody doing that. Don't you worry. Okay, so two stories that you reminded me of is one, a funny one. Do you remember that creepy neighborhood that I used to live in with that guy with the demon at 3 a.m.? Did I ever tell you about that? The guy casting a spell? That creepy neighborhood I used to live in with my brother and sister back in uni. where my neighbor started casting a spell at 3 a.m. I'm not even kidding.
Okay. We've mentioned this house of yours before when we were talking about going up the stairs and you had some. Yeah.
Dude, he straight up did some weird shit. Anyways, that neighborhood was all messy. The people in front of us, one time my brother was driving and he was reversing, exact same scenario as you. And there was a guy who I think was under the influence of maybe alcohol or something. And my brother was reversing. The guy goes, yeah, bro, swim, bro, fly, bro. Just like supporting him, getting out of the driveway. And it's to this day I remember. And I kind of say it to my head sometimes like as a joke. That, and number 2 is I had a recent scenario where there was a guy who was quite drunk. But you said 1 p.m. was your story, right?
Yeah, middle of the day. Broad
okay, daylight. Well, I raised you this. This guy, it was, I think, 8 a.m. or 8:30. And don't get me started on this, but I started taking
PM
public
or
transport.
AM or
Sorry, 8:30 a.m. Did I not say a.m.?
No, you just said a number.
I might have just forgotten that part. But yeah, 8:30 a.m. And it's public transport. I recently started, busing. I've been driving for the last 10 years after high school. I decided to start taking the bus.
Hey, don't expose our age, man. We're still young. Don't do that.
Yeah, true. Actually, we're still young. But hey, that's another story. I have a white hair story, but that's another story.
Yeah.
So anyways, I get on the bus and I'm expecting a civil, nice, peaceful ride to workplace, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy who is so drunk gets on the bus and fights this poor Korean bus driver. And he's like, let me on. I have no money. Let me on. I need to go this place. And he just starts saying random shit, man. It's like, if when you play Pokemon and a cat or a Pokemon does a move called confusion or something. It was that. It was just I gotta go here, I gotta go there. I know this bus doesn't go anywhere here, but do you know how to get here? I know how to get there. Can you take me there? It was just confusing, man. And it was quite scary because the guy was really, really drunk, or maybe on meth or meth. It could have been meth. I don't know.
How would we know if it was meth?
I don't know. It just
Did you try it? Did you ask him?
No, but he looked like he was like a zombie background character in a TV show.
Okay. Yeah.
It was like that,
Yeah,
and
he
so
was
anyways,
chewing his own lip or something like that.
He had no awareness of his mouth. I don't explain it. His mouth was moving, but I don't think he knew it was moving. It was like that. But anyways, he was harassing the bus driver, let me on. Just I have no money, let me on. So he gets on. The guy's nice, but he fought him for ages. And the guy's like, you don't know where you're going. Do research before you get on buses. I cannot take you there. This only goes into the city. So long story short, he sits down. He starts harassing all the people sitting around us, and immediately
he got on.
He got on. It was terrifying.
Oh
he sits in front of me, right in front of this poor old lady. And my first instinct was I will take the burden. I will talk to him. This guy's going to harass you. I'll deal with him. Literally, right as he starts harassing, he gets in her face and he's like, do you know how I can get on here? Do you know how I can go there? And he's not respecting that bus seat kind of rule where you don't kind of sit next to someone too close. He was in her face. So literally, as we were trying to deal with this guy, he starts moving around and harassing everybody. He starts speaking to this innocent guy who's 20 or something. He goes, do you know how I can get to the street? And the guy goes, oh, no, sorry. And the guy goes, then check on your phone then. He starts demanding stuff, and it just got real creepy. And eventually everybody got off the bus just to avoid him. But that was at 8:30 a.m. Terrifying shit, man.
Yeah. Always sucks when you see it in broad daylight, someone just looking to harass the general public for no reason, huh?
Yeah, man. It's it just makes you feel really uncomfortable when someone's especially on a bus. So now for you, in front of your house, it's kind of creepy.
Yeah. My dad was like, you need to get a gate.
Yeah, actually, that's honestly, a good way.
I kind of welcome the challenge. No, I'm not putting that out there in the universe. Never mind. Don't worry. Pretend I didn't say that. Anyway, let's get into the story.
Alrighty, what do you have for me today?
Today's story is called The Serbian Dancing Lady.
I love it.
It's going to be a good one. Yeah. Because this one is taking a different route to last week's episode. And the weeks before that, they were a bit more ancient. This one is a little bit more modern. I don't know if you can say modern, but the means as to how I found it was definitely modern. So let's just jump straight into this thing. This story takes us to an eerie dark night in the quiet suburbs of Belgrade, Serbia. The mystery of the Serbian Dancing Lady unfolded on February 14th when the world caught a glimpse of an eerie encounter with her thanks to a TikTok upload.
Damn, that's modern. Okay. Yeah, I see. Yeah, okay.
The video featuring the Serbian Dancing Lady on TikTok received over 117 million views and over 8.8 million likes.
Wow.
Later, it went viral on Twitter as well. With the ensuing debate on the legitimacy of the Serbian Dancing Lady, the video continued to increase its reach around the world. The post comes 3 years after several people in 2019 reported witnessing an elderly woman dressed in a national outfit, in parentheses, dancing in Serbian streets and threatening onlookers with a knife. Now, I sent you a photo on Discord with the spoiler cover on it. Now you can open it.
All right, is this going to be a creepy image before I click it?
This is a screenshot from the video that I just mentioned, and I highly recommend everyone else to look up, only on Google Images, don't look at the video just yet, of the Serbian Dancing Lady, so that we're all on a level playing field and you've got an idea of what we're looking at.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, click. Oh, dude, she's just T-posing in the neighborhood. That's creepy. It's stuff like this, by the way, that is kind of like more creepy than like an actual clown or whatever, you know? Like,
because it's just an ordinary person, right?
Yeah, and just the fact that she's just there in the middle of a road, not like on the sidewalk. Is that the middle of the road?
That's right in the middle of the road. So to describe what we're looking at, I sent a photo of a screenshot from the TikTok. Yeah. And what it is, it's showing a street lit road in the middle of the night where you can see shrubs and bushes covering half the street, and right in the center, an elderly woman, what looks like T-posing, but she's actually doing a dance by herself, facing in a random direction. But the direction of the photo is her back.
So you're telling me someone filmed this old lady dancing in the middle of the night, and that's what got all the views?
Yes.
Damn, okay, I clicked into that photo, and she's literally just doing something by herself in her own universe. It's kind of creepy.
It's very creepy. But let's just jump back into the story.
Yeah.
Some people believe the Serbian Dancing Lady is being controlled by a demon who forces the woman to dance like a puppet. The woman is dressed in a traditional Serbian costume, waving her hands out to the sides and moving her heels from left to right repeatedly. And you might be wondering, what's so bad about that? Let's just say things go wrong when you interrupt her dance. The details of this perplexing event were shrouded in uncertainty, leaving much to the imagination of viewers. 2 users from a community blog known as Nico and Solomon provided detailed yet independent accounts of their encounters with the Serbian lady, further adding to the mystique surrounding her. Nico, a young man with a passion for the bizarre, recounted an unusual experience that transpired while he was strolling through the streets of Belgrade with his mother, Belgrade being Serbia's capital and largest city. As they meandered through the city, their attention was drawn to a distant figure, engaged in a peculiar dance. The lady, cloaked in shadows, seemed to move in ways that defied the natural order of human motion. Nico, initially amused, soon found himself captivated by the enchanting rhythm of her dance. As the duo observed from a distance, captivated by the unfolding spectacle, the dancing lady abruptly halted her rhythmic movements. Her gaze fixated on Nico and his mother, sending an involuntary shiver down their spines. Without warning, she charged towards them, her dance evolving into a frantic sprint. Shouting profanities, she claimed to be the ambassador of death.
Oh my god.
And with an unsettling conviction, declared that Nico's mother's life was required for an ancient ritual to resurrect the king of Serbia.
Oh my god.
Nico, gripped by fear and disbelief, struggled to make sense of the bizarre declaration. The lady's movements, he noted, were so otherworldly that they seemed to transcend the boundaries of human capability. It was as if every muscle in her body was synchronized, a display that defied the laws of nature. As quickly as the encounter began, the mysterious lady retreated into the shadows, leaving Nico and his mother shaken and bewildered. So what do you think of the story so far?
I really, really enjoy these kind of like realistic kind of stories. I think like the fact that this could literally happen to any of us if we look out of our window, and it could be a thing, you know. But something about the whole Serbian dance that you keep mentioning, and you know, reviving the king or whatever, like that's so eerie, man. I love it.
So to kind of describe the dance just a little bit more,
Yeah.
What you saw in the image, she's T-posing, right? Her hands
Yeah.
are out to the side.
Yeah.
Imagine the top half of her body stays in the same vertical alignment.
I'm actually going to do this while you describe it. Is that a bad idea?
I wish we had cams.
I was going to say, I need to do this dance for you right now. I'm going to do it. Okay, so describe it. My hands
Out to the side.
Yeah.
Hips to head vertically consistent. Your tiptoes are like the pivot. And your heels go from left to right.
Bro, that's creepy. I'm putting my hands down. I don't want to do that. That's creepy. That's like how a goat walks or something. I don't know why that reminds me of a goat walking on the side of a mountain.
Okay. Well, I was planning on showing you this at the end, but I have a link to the video. And I was planning on showing it to you at the end, but I think I need to show it to you now because you're not getting it. You're just...
I now get it. That is a creepy... Dude, that's like the hash slinging slasher from SpongeBob, but there's no there's no like place to go, cook burgers. What am I saying? Anyways,
have a look at the video. I just sent it to you on Discord.
Oh my god, I just got chills, dude. I don't want to see this.
I know.
What the hell am I looking at? I don't like this at all.
Okay, I got to be honest with you. As I was researching this video, I must say, up until this point, this was the first time I was genuinely quite scared, actually just doing the research. And I did look over my shoulder a few times. Just because the video is there, and every other time I've been doing reading and, looking at literature or reading articles or just looking at photos at the most.
Yeah.
Because this one is on a TikTok that's current and live, and you can go on the person's actual page and watch the video and see all the views that it has.
Yep.
And the sound that they're using, it really scared me. I had to close my office door because I was like, what if she's watching me from a window or just outside my corridor? I was genuinely scared.
Yeah.
So now that you've watched it, you know what the dance looks like and you know what the lady looks like.
I'm watching it again. This is just disturbing. What if we're just like insulting a very like sacred dance and we're just being really rude about this?
Well, there's another thing. A lot of people believe that by watching the video, you
Hey, man, I'm closing this shit, bro. Get out of here with that. I'm not inviting no whatever Serbian goat dance thing that was. I'm not inviting that over here.
Hey, man, I told you don't listen before bed.
Dude, that is a creepy video. Why are you showing me this? And then saying that it opens a portal to my like house or whatever.
A lot of the comments in the comment section for that video, and even in the articles that I was reading, were exactly the same. And do you know what they were saying?
I was trying to do the dance. Why'd you let me do the dance?
You summoned her. She's gonna sleep with you tonight. You're gonna be in bed together. That's how much you summoned her.
My life. I'm sorry for swearing, but this is, oh man, honestly really creeped out.
First, apologize to Dave, the editor, the producer of the podcast, and then you have to apologize to the lady.
Don't tell me about this lady anymore right now. I'm getting really creeped out. No more lady stuff, but tell me the story, but no more videos.
We're back into the story.
Okay, go. Just no videos.
The second person's account on the blog that I found, Solomon. Solomon is a close friend of Nico, and he listened to the harrowing account with a mixture of skepticism and curiosity. Determined to unravel the truth behind the Serbian Dancing Lady, Solomon embarked on his own investigation. Armed with a camera, he set out one night to explore the streets of Belgrade, hoping to capture evidence of the elusive figure. As Solomon wandered through the dimly lit streets, he felt a palpable tension in the air. The city seemed to hold its breath as if anticipating a demonic encounter. It wasn't long before he stumbled upon the Serbian Lady, her silhouette swaying in the moonlit night. The same peculiar dance that Nico had described unfolded before his eyes. Intrigued but cautious, Solomon aimed his camera at the mysterious dancer, determined to document the surreal moment. However, as the lens focused on the lady, she abruptly ceased her movements, turning her piercing gaze towards Solomon. In a spine-chilling shriek, she proclaimed, "Your mother's soul is mine."
Oh my God.
Sending Solomon into a panicked retreat. The safety of his hotel room became a refuge from the inexplicable horror that lurked in the streets of Belgrade. The community blog, a platform for users to share their experiences and perspectives, became a hub of discussions surrounding the Serbian Dancing Lady. Nico and Solomon's accounts, although eerily similar, raised questions about the authenticity of their stories. As the blog allowed independent posting, the challenge of verifying these claims became apparent. The story took an unexpected turn when reports surfaced suggesting the arrest of the woman featured in the TikTok video. The footage, which had gained notoriety for its disturbing content, became a focal point of debates and discussions. However, conflicting reports emerged, casting doubt on the accuracy of the information. Some claimed that the elusive lady remained at large, evading authorities despite extensive searches, and some said that she was arrested. The mysterious lady's name became a trending topic online, with users delving into the depths of the internet in an attempt to unearth more information about her identity and the origins of her bizarre behavior. Online forums buzzed with speculation, and the Serbian Dancing Lady became a symbol of both fear and fascination. Despite the unsettling nature of the encounters, no concrete evidence emerged to confirm the existence of the Serbian Dancing Lady. The authorities, however, took the matter seriously, conducting a thorough investigation into the viral video and its enigmatic star. The video, they determined, was indeed filmed in Belgrade, Serbia, adding a layer of credibility to the claims. As the investigation progressed, authorities noted a disturbing pattern. Individuals who came forward claiming to have encountered the Serbian lady reported receiving threats since 2019. The situation sparked a heated debate on social media, where users from around the globe engaged in discussions about the existence of the mythical figure. The blurred line between reality and myth became increasingly difficult to navigate. The Serbian Dancing Lady was also known as the Dancing Shadow. Some believed her origin story told the tale of a woman who, in life, had fallen in love with a man from a different village. Faced with familial disapproval, she met a tragic end, and her spirit was said to roam the countryside at night, dancing and singing mournfully. Those who encountered her dancing shadow were believed to be marked for imminent misfortune or death. I'm sorry, man.
Bro, why did I watch this? And I was so excited to see. She's like Shang Tsung, by the way. The whole "your soul is mine." That's literally Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat, and that's never a good thing. That's
Which
never
one's
a good
Shang
thing.
Tsung again?
He's kind of like the soft mini main villain.
What does he look like?
I don't know how to explain him. He's got long hair. He's a sorcerer. His energy or power is kind of green. He always claims that he's stealing people's souls. He physically holds people by the neck and steals their souls. That's like iconic move. But that's creepy, man. Jokes aside, the video really, really creeped me out. And I'm wondering, is this real? You know how sometimes the internet groups together just to push this narrative where it's to creep people out?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like TikTok has a lot of that kind of stuff. Do you think this, or is this an actual thing that's going around?
Let's get to the end of the story, and then we can discuss the legitimacy of it all.
Sure.
So the legend that had now been passed down through generations had become deeply ingrained in Serbian culture, inspiring various artistic expressions including music, literature, and film. Despite the prevailing belief that the Serbian Dancing Lady was a harbinger of doom, no confirmed deaths had been attributed to her. Authorities, acknowledging the impact of the myth on the public psyche, continued to closely monitor the situation. Social media influencers, drawn to the allure of the viral footage, capitalized on the fear surrounding the Serbian Dancing Lady. While some sought to profit from the sensation, others used their platform to perpetuate the mystery, keeping the legend alive in the digital age. The fascination and fear fueled the ongoing saga of the Serbian Dancing Lady, as the boundaries between folklore and reality continued to blur. And this takes me onto how I found this story. In an endless loop of scrolling on my For You page, I ran into a young woman who had started her own Serbian Dancing Lady trend. Her videos were consistent in setting and theme. She would go to dark train stations in the middle of the night, and find unsuspecting people waiting for their train. She would go to the opposite side of the train station, using the tracks as a form of separation between herself and her victim. After setting up her phone to record, she would begin the dance and stare at the people on the other side of the station, as her camera would film them running away in terror.
Oh my gosh.
It really
that's
makes you
creepy.
wonder, is the Serbian Dancing Lady real, or someone just looking for views? And that is the story of the Serbian Dancing Lady.
I love it. I really liked this new angle. It's like realism. It's, it's incorporating social media, applications like TikTok that everybody uses. Wow, I sound like an old guy there. Applications. But yeah, no, honestly, this one was a eerie one because it's kind of real. Like, it's obviously, whether it's real or not, that's not really the focus. It's more about like that's an actual person that's recorded that's doing that dance. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different to the other stories that we've seen so far because this one has footage associated to it. And the scary thing is, I found this in the middle of the night. I was literally just scrolling my TikTok, and then I found this girl doing her own version of it.
Oh, wow.
And only through the comments did I realize that this was something else, something bigger. And she was just copying like a demonic dance that was actually some form of legitimate folklore in Serbia.
Yeah.
And that's what took me down the rabbit hole before, watching like 100 different people doing the Serbian Dancing Ladies dance.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on, where did this thing start? And that's when I found this original video, which has over 100 million views. And I highly recommend people to actually go and look it up. The actual channel, well, actually, I don't recommend people to look it up because it is a little bit scary. But if you are genuinely curious about it, the channel or page or whatever on TikTok is called Attic13, and it's spelled AATEC 13. And it's one of 3 videos that is actually posted on this person's page, but it has over 100 million views, and it is freaking eerie, dude. It is so, so creepy. And that added with the other people's accounts of them being like, you interrupt her, she's going to chase you with a knife, is freaking scary. Some people have videos of like her chasing them, but then again, you don't know what's real and what's not. But yeah, I found it genuinely terrifying. And I was like, this is like legit and modern. So I got to find out what's going on with this and haunt you at the same time.
Yeah, I kind of want to look into this like a little bit more and potentially like, I don't want to learn the dance, but I want to see why she's dancing like that and maybe learn it a little bit. I don't know. Like the dance is really, really interesting to me because it's so messed up, and I hope I'm not offending anyone. Maybe it's like a proper dance somewhere in Serbia, but it's really weird, man. Like when I saw it and then you describing it and then I see the actual dance, it's like a grasshopper defending himself from like a bird or something, but like a demonic grasshopper that's doing it sideways. I don't know how to explain it. It's just interesting.
It is. It's really creepy because it's not the dance itself, honestly. It's the context of the dance. People are doing it in the middle of the night, and they're doing it in a way where it's like intentionally trying to scare other people. So like it's in sight of other people, but the context is always like in an abandoned, or sorry, not abandoned, just an empty train station, an empty road, an empty field. An empty field is a really scary one. I saw that.
Oh wow, okay, that one.
But then again, it's
creepy.
A lot of these videos are people just trying to mess with other people, you know, trying to scare them. It's hard to tell how much of this is real or not. But if I saw someone doing it, I'm not going to take any risks, man. I'm going to run away.
And it's interesting that you say that a lot of people have approached her while she's dancing, and she's pulled out a knife. Like, where is the knife stored? I need to know.
Oh, she's holding it. You just can't see it because it's blurred.
Ah, really? Okay, that makes it even more creepy. Jeez. Damn, and so you're saying like people have legitimately posted versions or like perspectives of them being chased by her. Is it the same figure and everything?
No. It's people hunting her. They're looking for her.
Yeah.
People are going out at night and looking for her and messing with her. And they apparently are being chased by her.
Damn, like this would have been amazing to be in Serbia to go look at night.
I don't mind not having a Serbian dancing demon in the streets.
It's just such an eerie dance. Like the leg movement is kind of it looks like it's like animated. Like,
well, I'll tell you what's really scary about it. Some people think that this person is being controlled by a demon. It kind of looks like how a puppet that's being stringed up would move if their hands have strings on it and they're like a marionette.
yeah.
And if you imagine like a demon like above her potentially doing that, that's kind of like what the dance looks like.
Yeah. Oh God, man, that is terrifying.
I don't know. It's hard to describe what I'm trying to say, but I can see.
No,
it.
I see it. I see it, man.
Imagine Pinocchio.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
he's a Serbian old lady.
Yeah, yeah. Oh wow, that's a good story though. I really enjoyed this one, and I think like these kind of stories, they can be more on the realistic side. I think they get me more. Like they get to me more. You know what I mean? Like what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
old stuff is kind of like, you're in the past. Oh, that you. Yeah, you're not gonna get me.
Yeah, like the the toilet filth liquor thing, like that's a sick ass idea, like quite literally. No, well, pun intended. It's a really cool idea that things that are supposed to clean you end up being haunted, because of the filth and stuff. I love these kind of things that you bring, but this one, man, this side dancing thing,
it's different.
Man. Yeah, because it's like what if in a weird? Because think about this world that we live in right now, like with the rise of technology and stuff. There must be someone who's like nearing 80 who has like a certain thing that they like to do at night, whether it's exercising, whatever, and for whatever reason it's dancing, and then people start filming it, and it becomes like a TikTok thing. Like, what if like that's just happening now?
So you're saying, what if innocent activity from just a different generation, potentially being an older one, is being called a demon online by kids?
Can you imagine like an 80-year-old woman who loves doing a certain dance at night just to feel like, relaxed or whatever, feel the breeze, and there's, people on TikTok filming you and being like, this person is a demon, Like,
dude, honestly, you might be right, because old people struggle to sleep, and she might be awake in the middle of the night. So she's like, you know what? I'm going to go get some exercise. Also, she just happened to have a hip replacement. Yeah, and maybe. Part of the rehab for a hip replacement is making your hips move from side to side.
There you go, then.
There you go. And now we're like,
out.
Who is this lady?
We are safe. We can travel to Serbia. We're okay. Book your ticket right now. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go
walking.
We're going to Belgrade, my boy.
Yeah.
I think that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did actually. That was good.
As usual, you can find us on YouTube. You can find Ari as Arikado on YouTube, and you can find me as Eroga on YouTube as well. But most importantly, subscribe. Give us 5 stars. It helps a lot. Oh, and something else really cool. We've been out at the time of recording this for 1 month, and we are in the top 50 for fiction and non-fiction in about like 5 countries. Isn't that so cool?
So cool, man.
Yeah, and in New Zealand, the country that we're in, for the month that we've been out, we're the rank 1 fiction podcast.
Let's go.
Yeah, man.
That's great, man.
It's awesome, and thank you so much to everybody that listens to us and subscribes and has rated us highly as well and left comments. We appreciate all of you, and thank you so much. We look forward to more stories with you guys. Join us around the campfire. But for now...
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.